You got a lot of people today that is probably looking to get into trucking because they see a lot of jobs, or should I say, they seen a lot of jobs at one time. It's still a lot of jobs out here in trucking, but it come with some setbacks and also some. You gotta weigh your pros and cons when it comes to trucking, but you also need to understand what trucking is like. And I think this is the old school dude right here that actually explains everything very well. And I'm also going to give you a little bit of advice too. But check him out right here.
The message to all you young pups out there driving trucks. I got 27 years in the industry. Time's hard out here. One thing you're gonna have to learn, you ain't gonna make money when you first get in the game, boss. You're gonna have to learn. Don't listen to these cats out here who say you ain't making money out here, boss. Cause there's plenty of money out here. Here's my do's and don'ts to anybody who wanna get in this truck driving game. When you just getting started, boss, you gotta learn how to save that money. You gotta learn how to stay out of McDonald's. You gotta learn how to stay out of Burger King and Wendy's. Especially learn how to stay out of the truck stop. Truck stop, they overcharge you for everything. What you should do in the truck stop, shit, shower, shave. Get fuel, warm your food up you brought from the house.
I'm going to tell you this. He is 100% correct. I'm going to tell you some of my worst habits was when I first started doing line haul. That was my first type of job I had. I used to work for XPO. When I worked for XPO, I could not get local. I was a new pup in town and I could not get local. Like local was something I wanted to get to because I can work in the daytime, get off of work at a decent time. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was the best thing for me. Reason why I got a chance to learn how to back up more, connect sets. I was pulling doubles. Now, anybody know connecting doubles is one thing, but them truck stops, I would stop at a truck stop and it started becoming a habit. And I noticed that's when I started picking up drinking more coffee, eating horrible. I was eating horrible. Even though I was in shape, I went from in shape to damn near going out of shape. And this was a stretch of almost 3 months. All because of working throughout the night. I just had bad habits. Energy drinks, um, sleep loss, because when I get off of work in the morning, I'm getting off of work around like 8, 9. Most times it's around like 9:30, 9:30 in the morning, and I am dragging. But then I end up eating because I'm starving. But I already ate a couple hours back around like 2 and 3 in the morning. I ate something stupid. And sometimes I end up eating something around 11 o'clock because I had to be to work around 8 at night. So from 8 to 12, I probably end up having something. And probably around that time, not probably, I remember a couple times I had an energy drink, and a damn maybe something stupid to eat, like a tasty cake or something. So, dog, you gotta stay out of them truck stops because, dog, they have everything in there, but they are overly priced. You can go through in one night, getting their $40, $50. You play around up in them truck stops.
You just put $350 back in your pocket that week. Your first mission, with that little bit of money they gonna pay you, that little $1,200, that little pocket that week.
Hear them.
You just put $350 back in your pocket that week. Your first mission, with that little bit of money they gonna pay you, that little $1,200, that little $1,500 that you work so hard to get. Save it. Your goal while you trying to get your experience to get a better job, you put about a year in the game. Now you're hireable to somebody who actually gonna pay you some money. But at the same time, boss, your goal should be $10,000. Save your first $10,000. and plus you getting experience at the same time, the ball game finna change if you play your cards right. Now you in position with experience. Now you in position that an insurance company will actually cover you with your own truck. Now it's time to go buy your own, boss.
This is one thing that I was not privy to. Like, I didn't understand how trucking was. I even started thinking about getting my own truck, and somebody's like, "Oh, you gotta slow down first." And the reason why they told me slow down, they was like, "Dog, do you understand how all that works?" I never even knew. Dog, I don't know why, like, when I was starting off in trucking, I did not realize that I could not just add my truck to my car insurance. I don't know why I thought that. I did, but I was thinking that until somebody schooled me and let me know. And I'm like, that's how I was like, yeah, I probably need to drive a little bit more, understand trucking. Because a lot of times when you hear about the money, people jumping the gun. It's why a lot of people end up failing because they don't really understand how trucking is set up. And trucking is not really set up in a way for you to just win, win, win. You need to understand the rules and understand the certain things that you have to do, the certain guidelines. Not only that, the money you need to put to the side, how you need to operate the trucking, how you need to operate when it comes to business. Yeah, it's a lot to learn.
If you know how to hustle, guess what? Your own truck, that little bit of 1,200, 1,500 used to make, turn into 3,500 a week, turn into 4,500 a week, turn into 5,500 a week. Sometimes six. The goal is to get your own, boss. Don't go to nobody with no lease purchase program. If you be the dummy to put your name on that dotted line for lease purchase, guess what? When they sink your battleship, when they just be taking all your money, you doing all that work. Hey, they check never change. Yours does. Get your own, boss. Buy you a truck. Them first 2 or 3 years, guess what? It's gonna be a little rough on you. But at the same time, you're getting that experience. And by the time that 3rd year roll around, that truck paid for, boss.
And this is the thing that kills a lot of people. It's the I had a guy, well, not had a guy. I still cool with him. Uh I remember when he went out there, he left, but he quit the right way. He didn't just bounce. He gave us 2 weeks and he ended up buying his own truck. Where, well, this is where he fell short. And he kept it real with me because he gave me the true way of how he was operating and how he failed. Not to say that everybody's gonna fail, they're not, but it was the way how he operated. When he had his truck, he realized that when he first went out there, he was going gun ho. He was just like, yo, trying to do everything. And he was like, yo, this money is unreal. And it felt that way. That's what he told me. He was like, yo, it felt unreal. But where he lost himself with, he was making the money, but then he was also purchasing things outside of trucking, new vehicle, home, whatnot. He started spending how he was making it. And then next thing you know, he only lasted a good 2 years. Um, Truck broke down. He ended up getting it fixed. The next thing you know, he was operating for like 3 months. Went down again, and he said when he went down the second time, it was hell because that was work that he was missing, which means he wasn't getting paid for no loads or anything, and he didn't have a type of warranty because he bought a truck as is. But it was working good that first year, and then he just had to do a little bit of things, and then next thing you know, he realized, damn, it needs. I think he said it needed a new transmission or engine, whichever one it was. It was close to. I know he said it was like close to 20 something thousand of work he needed done. He was like, dog, I couldn't. He's like, yo, he was done. And this is the thing when it comes with experience. Uh Putting that time in. You gotta put time in. I don't care where you at. Like I thought I understood trucking. I still don't understand everything. Especially as owner operator. Me working with a company, I know certain stuff, but I also know how to run the roads from doing lion haul. But at the same time, it is not the same thing as running your own truck. And I think that it's real good to see somebody like this guy right here that's actually explaining everything. Because I'm tell you right now, we in a world of where people just seem like they just can't wait for anything. They need it fast. And you know, when you move fast, that's when shit hits the fan. It never works right. Because now you sitting up there scrambling, trying to figure things out, and now you like, damn, I'm without a truck. Like you gotta pick and choose and weigh your pros and cons.
That's when the profit margin start adding up to you. It's just a little bit I'm showing you. This is what the truck did for me, baby. Driving a truck got me a $300,000 house. When I went to the bank to qualify for this home loan, boy, they showed my money, what I made. One truck. I bought one truck. Next thing you know, I'm sitting up with 7 trucks. I had them bought 7. What you think my income was? So I'm telling you, don't listen to these jokers out here who tell you don't go get your own truck. Those are just the unsuccessful ones. Those are the ones who, since they got a truck, they want to buy a new car. They want to get this, they want to get that. And their bills outweigh the income.
Didn't I say that? I'm just letting you know. I don't know why he got bells ringing like that. I don't know what the bells are. Anybody looking at this video like, God damn it, why are these bells going off? That's his video. I'm talking. But oh, you heard what he just said, right? Right? I hope you heard what he just said. Look, listen to this because I need y'all to hear this. And this is what I just talked about with the guy that I know. That's why I'm not gonna say his name because he probably watched my video, so I don't want him thinking I'm talking about it. But listen to right here. I think this is so important. Why so many fail? Because I don't really hear about many of them failing when they spend their money correctly. This is how I see a lot of them fail.
Ones who, since they got a truck, they want to buy a new car. They want to get this, they want to get that. And their bills outweigh the income. You can't ball like that till you get on top, till you get that truck paid for. Why would you buy a new car anyway? You ain't never owned to drive it. So my personal view to any man who getting into the trucking industry, but once you get your truck, you gotta learn how to leave everything with the company you leased on to unless you're going to do it on your own. Go get your own authority, own MC and all that there. But if you're working for a company, do less as possible with their fuel card. Pay for your own fuel. You go to the mom and pops. Like right now, fuel at $5, $6 a gallon. Why would you do that? When you can go to the mom and pops and pay $4.70. They ain't giving you none of the fuel surcharge checks, so why you gonna keep adding up their fuel to where they can get that nice fuel surcharge check and don't share it with you? Those are the little secrets.
I never even knew about the fuel surcharge. Like you can save on when you own your own truck. See, this is stuff that a lot of us don't know. I didn't even know. I'm finding this out right now. Matter of fact, where my money? Oh, shut up! I don't know who I was telling to shut up. But dog, this is like, look, man. When you got people like this teaching you the ropes, some people listen and some people listen just to respond. But what about that? Shut your belligerent ass up. Listen, follow suit, and you will understand how to operate. You won't have to ask questions. See, a lot of times people like to ask questions, but ain't listening. If you shut your ass up and listen, just shut up. A lot of times when you just listen, keyword listen, and then when you hear it, you be like, okay, don't even ask the question because you're going to ask something dumb. A person would tell you everything that you need to hear and then turn around after they told you, and you like, okay, but what if it's like, God damn it, you ain't even hear nothing. You gonna fail already. You already know you gonna fail because you one of them people that don't know when to shut up. I like when people like this talk, but I'm gonna keep it real. Even the way he talk, it sounds like a civil rights movement, don't it? Why would you buy your own truck? Come up off of that, boss. I don't know. He just sound like that. But you can tell he ain't nobody to play with. I like dude, man. Hey, look, I love the way he talking. It's like inspirational, but it's also a moving thing. And it feel like I'm watching one of my movies, like Glory. Come on, hoes. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right. But I want y'all to hear that. Here we go.
Surcharge check and don't share it with you. Those are the little secrets. Those are the little gems to getting a $5,000 check instead of you having a doggone $2,000 fuel bill a month or every week, rather. I'm sorry. Now you ain't got nothing but a $1,400 fuel bill a month because you use your own money. Get off the fuel cards, boss. Hey, man. Message me, man. We can talk. To you pups out there who trying to break into the game. But I love sharing my knowledge, baby. This 20-something years, I won out there. Y'all see y'all see what I'm circling? I won out there. I won out there.
Yeah. I love my man. I love him. I love him. I
The
love him. I
message
love
to
him.
all you.
But what I like about dude is, even though I love the way he talks and everything, it's like inspirational. But boy, it sounds like a movement. I tell you what, if he was about to go fight, I'm backing him. I'm like, I'm right with you, I'm right with you, boss. Hell of a goddamn hell of fire, about to shoot a hole up in everybody up in here, about to look like a goddamn cantaloupe with a hole in it. That's how I feel about him. I don't even know him, but I could tell he's from the South. He definitely from the South because you can just tell the way he talk. But if you listen to this, I want you to take down that mental note and understand what he's talking about. If you don't understand it, play this video back. And then if you don't understand it, look it up, search it. Because there's a lot of stuff that we don't know out here. Certain things is not common knowledge. I don't like it when people talk about it's just common knowledge. So look it up. Ignore them type of people. But they're most likely right though. You do your research, you will find out. That's why they say you hide anything in a damn book, you feel like somebody ran through your house like a crook. Woo! I'm gonna be a rapper. All right. No, I'm not. Cause I ain't gonna sell nothing. Ain't no album selling today. But look, man, do y'all think out here, whatever you choose to do, hey, look, sometimes everybody can't be their own boss. But if you choose to be your own boss, just trust and believe and understand that no matter what you do out here, understand the rules and regulations that you're going against and that you got to follow. Peace. Like and subscribe. Hit me up with that hype button. Hold damn so I can survive. Okay. No more. Cut.